What's going on, my Flabby family? It's your boy Izzy. Welcome if you're new. We got a lot to talk about that just happened on CNN with the Mystics owner. Man, see, this is why it's very important to have those tough conversations like yesterday's video. We're about to get all the way into it, but before we do that, y'all make sure you hit the thumbs up for your boy if you like the content. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We trying to hit that 17.1 before the holidays, so if you help me out with that, I highly appreciate it. And don't forget to get in the comment section and let me know what y'all think about this. Let's get it.
It has taken the WNBA almost 28 years to get to the point where we are now. And this year, something clicked with the WNBA, and it's because of the draft of the players that came in. It's just not Caitlin Clark. It's Reese. We have so much talent out there that has been unrecognized. And I don't think we can just pin it on one player.
There has been.
Now, I will admit, I did like the rookie class, okay? I do like Reese. I like watching her games. I like Brink before she went down. Rakia, I like watching them. I liked watching them. That is a fact. But the stats and the numbers show that the majority of the viewership came from Caitlin Clark. That's just bottom line. It came from Caitlin Clark.
Phrase has been couched, hasn't it? The Caitlin Clark effect. Why do you think that has been the case?
Well, I want to be very diplomatic about this. It's just the structure of the way media plays out race. I'm going to be very honest. I feel really bad because I've seen so many players of color that are equally as talented, and they never got the recognition that they should have. And I think right now, it is time for that to happen. So last night, we read Time magazine where Caitlin Clark was named Athlete of the Year. Why couldn't they have put the whole WNBA on that cover and said, the WNBA is the league of the year because of all the talent that we have? Because when you just keep singling out one player, it creates hard feelings. And so now you're starting to hear stories of racism within the WNBA, and I don't want to hear that. We have got to operate and become stronger as a league and respect everybody that's playing and their talents.
You mentioned Time magazine.
Yes.
And Caitlin Clark has made a point of using that moment to say we need to celebrate the black players in the WNBA and what they have done, and credits them for being so much the foundation of the success of the league. How important is that if it shouldn't have to be the case?
Yeah, she shouldn't have had to say that, but I applaud her for saying it. We cannot continue to operate because this division of racism is going to tear us apart.
Look, I want to debunk something before we get into everything she just said. I'm still a fan of Caitlin Clark. I have no malintentions towards her. It's no reason to even give her grace because I'm not mad. She's in a very difficult position to try to please both sides. So I understand that most people are going to be mad with whatever she does. Now let's get to what this Mystics owner said, right? It's been 28 years the league has been alive, and nobody's ever graced the cover of the magazine, right? Why is it so hard for you to just say congratulations? Congratulations, Caitlin Clark. You deserve it. Why not? Instead, you want to get on here and say, oh, it should have been the entire league. It's black players that are equally as talented that deserve to be on that cover. It's a lot of people playing diplomatic. It's not enough people that just want to tell the truth and be honest. This is why it's important for YouTubers to get on here and have these tough discussions and tough conversations, because you would think this is the right mindset to have when it comes to the Time magazine. The Time magazine has only put one team on the cover, if I'm not mistaken. The only team I remember was the U.S. soccer team. They put them all on there, right? But she's asking for the league to be put on there. The league? Come on, man. Time magazine has put some of the most iconic players on this cover. And you want to put the entire league on there. I'm just keeping it a grand. Caitlin Clark was the reason you all was getting those high viewership numbers. Granted, you had the championship, but that's also a part of the Caitlin Clark effect. She also brought other teams fans. And see, the problem is the world has gotten so comfortable with lying to each other that now it's uncomfortable when you tell the truth. This lady is literally on here shaking in her boots to say something nice about Caitlin Clark. It's crazy. She wants to believe that the Caitlin Clark effect is all because of how the media structured racism. Come on, man. What are you talking about? The Caitlin Clark effect came from her hard work and dedication on the court. And you know what else helped? Her being a great person. People gravitate towards greatness. That is why people are watching. That is why she has so many fans. Because she is great on top of having a great personality. Then she was saying people of color are equally as talented. Now, there's a thing in basketball that's called a green light, right? Steve Kerr, he gives Stephen Curry the green light to shoot from wherever he wants to shoot. Caitlin Clark, I'm pretty sure Stephanie White is going to give her the green light to shoot from wherever she wants to shoot. Now, if you can give me some footage or some type of evidence that a black player had the green light to shoot from wherever she wanted on the floor, from the logo especially, please come out with it. Please come out with it, or give me the player's name so I can look him up. What player back in the day was known for shooting 30 feet plus? And I'm not talking about one Hail Mary last minute shot. I'm talking about somebody who has the confidence to just pull up a jump shot from that deep and not get cussed out and benched. Because we know the three ball, the deep three ball like that, wasn't even something players would think about doing. Also, if there was a player that was equally talented, they would equally have all the records that Caitlin Clark has, right? She had another part where she was saying putting one player on the cover, it creates hard feelings. I think the real question amongst that is, why is that creating hard feelings? Jaylen Brown was creating hard feelings when he was on the cover. Simone Biles, she was creating hard feelings. I think you're admitting that there's some jealousy within the league. And if that's the case, I do agree with what she said as far as they need to become a stronger league and respect everybody's skill. If that is what all of you are about, lifting up each other, lifting the WNBA, making it popular, wouldn't you all celebrate one of your sisters, one of your colleagues gracing the cover? Why does it seem like she's up here to discredit Caitlin Clark being on this cover? It don't seem like she's respecting her skill or being strong as a league. This is why it's important to call out the weird stuff you're seeing. Because if we don't bring a light to it, they will keep doing it. Nothing will change. I want people to understand why I'm talking about some of the things that I'm talking about, the nuances with the league, because of stuff like this. I can give her props. She was one of the first people to applaud her for actually saying what she said, Caitlin Clark. I haven't heard anybody else applaud her for saying what she said. But like she said, she shouldn't have to say that. And she was saying like the division of racism is going to tear the league apart. I wonder, where was this energy when we saw all the actions or acts towards Caitlin Clark? When she was bumped over, all this other stuff. Where were you? It seemed like people only speak about the racism and things of that nature when Caitlin Clark wins something. Look at what readers added context had. 31% of the Mystics' total home attendance for the entire 2024 season came from the 2 games versus Caitlin Clark and the Fever. But she wants you to believe that the entire rookie class was the reason the viewership was up. If it was a race thing, Michael Jordan, Serena Williams, Tiger Woods, these players would not be as big as they are. Okay? If it was a race thing, all the white players in the WNBA would be as big as Caitlin Clark. I have no problem with her uplifting black people. I love it. But I've also heard her say she wants to uplift the pioneers of the game. there were white players within the league that were pioneers. I do want to give a shout out to Chris Mitchell. Shout out to you, brother. He didn't totally agree with me, but we had that conversation and we both saw each other's point of view. And that's what I want to create on this channel. I want to create a safe space where we all can come together and have these tough conversations without getting disrespectful. That's what I want to create. And that's why we are a family. That's why I say Fly Hippie family. Because we can come over here and have disagreements, but that doesn't mean we have to hate each other and call each other out names and all this other stuff. If you can't have a real conversation here, where can you have this real conversation? Where can you have this real conversation? You can't have it on CNN. You can't have it on ESPN. Where can you have these real conversations? And I think that's why it's important to have these podcasters, because they're going to give you the real. I know it's some out there that might be lying or just flat out, just doing it for the clicks. I'm doing it for the community. I love the community that we've grown here over the past 4 to 5 months. It's been amazing. We all had times where we had disagreements, but we have a discussion about it. And that's what I love. I love the fact that we all have different points of views and we can come together and understand each other. That's what I want to create right here. Quick note, shout out Hidalgo, man. She is a pure dog out there, man. Notre Dame ended up beating UConn, and she was the main factor, man. Now, Miles did do her thing as well, but Hidalgo, hey, shout out to you, fam. You talk about somebody that's not afraid of the big shots, the big light, not afraid of the challenge. Hidalgo, man. Hey, you on my radar, Hidalgo. You on my radar. I got you. Anyway, man, y'all let me know how y'all feel about this interview, man. Did she say some things that made sense, or do y'all feel the way I feel, man? Let me know in the comment section. I love y'all. Y'all keep it smooth.